Looks good.
Oh.
I didn't want them to see you, struggling over there.
Yeah.
You just want to talk about it.
And me.
You know what you should do is turn down the volume over there.
I did. Look, it's not my fault. I'm
Here's,
talented.
here's your sign. What now?
I don't know.
Oh.
Trying to get situated.
Oh, okay.
It feels a little high. There we go. How's that sound to you guys?
Sounds pretty good.
Sounds good to me.
Perfect.
Anyways, hey Christian, how's it going?
That's mean.
Seems like you're doing
That's mean.
right well.
You just made mean right
Could
there.
you hear the sarcasm in his voice,
That's
Christian? He's just being a dick.
I am not.
So evil.
You know what the
It's not
nice
that
thing
bad.
about having this thing on
Yeah.
for 15 minutes is I don't have to worry about swear words straight out of the gate.
Oh yeah.
I can just go to town.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Wait.
Fuckity fuck.
That's,
Real
it
fast.
depends on if he cuts it or not.
All right. I'm going to, the guy that this is about, super nice guy. Who's in for a couple days, brought us a bunch of business, basically made our weekend, because otherwise, without the convention, it was going to be a ghost town.
Yes. Facts.
However,
Yeah.
I went in and grabbed him a cigar, and I took my personal cutter, just reflexively, and handed it to him so he could cut his cigar.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And he goes, and has my cutter in his hand. There's not a damn thing I can do now. He's got them both. And I just watch, and I'm cringing, just cringing. Clip. I stare at my cutter for a little bit. I'm like, Casey, I'm going to need some disinfectant towels. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, mind you, friendly enough guy. Don't think he meant anything by it.
Yeah.
However, if you are holding a cigar and someone else's cutter, don't mouth fuck that cigar before you cut it.
I don't understand it.
It's gross.
It's not only is it gross, I just don't understand it.
I don't even. We don't do it at ours even.
No,
I don't do it ever.
I don't do it to mine ever because there's no need.
Yeah.
Like-
it's a pointless exercise.
Like I'll smooth it out and lick it after I've cut it,
Yeah.
because by that but licking it beforehand is not going to prevent it from cracking.
No.
Like there's nothing else to do.
I feel like it would give it more of a chance because
Dude,
at that point it's wet and it's struggling to cut. If it's
I have had that problem with people doing that since I noticed it right after COVID. When you think everyone would be really
cautious about it.
cautious about it. I had a dude do it in here one time, and he just he licked it, and I was like, "Hey man, you can't use my cutter." And he's like, "Why not?" I'm like, "Cause you just licked your cigar." And he's like, "And?" So you can't use the cutter. He's like, "Why? That doesn't make any sense." I was like, "Bro, you can't be this dense." It's just so gross. And you're in a shop.
Yeah, using other people's cutters. My question is, how would those people feel if they know that we let other people, fucking give their cigar a blowjob before cutting it with our cutters?
Should we have one that we just let people slobber on and use, and then just community it
No,
out?
and listen, no, because if we announce that here, then we create civil liability. So no, we shouldn't do that.
Christian said, I'll let you read that. It's a lot of words for me.
A TCBY is frozen yogurt. Where can take a little taste? Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. It's gross.
That's wow.
It's gross.
That's gross. It's nasty.
But I was helpless. There was nothing I could do. He had them both already.
It was just you just had to sit there and watch.
I just had to take it.
Did you say?
I thought there were rules about this from Geneva. Who does this?
It's like the voice in the back of my head is it's like doing the slow motion. Like, no. It's like I was. Dude, Casey, I'm sure the look on my face was priceless. I didn't want to look at him. I looked around. I turned back to Casey with just fucking.
All right, how'd it look?
He just goes, "I need some disinfectant wipes," and I'm like, "Is there an ashtray that's messed up? Like, what's going on?" He's like, "He licked this cigar," and I was like, He's like, and that was his good one too. It's not like you're like,
Yeah, no, that was my personal cutter.
That's the good H steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, I
Nope.
felt so violated.
It's just.
Wait, what are you guys smoking? Oh, wait. Welcome to the Big Ash live stream. It was the Daily Torch, but I got too much shit for people being like, is it daily? We tried. It's too much work. We're lazy. So now it's something else. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a bad name. I like the name. Hopefully
Big
everybody
Ash.
else does.
Yeah, I mean, it works really well with the logo. It fits.
Yep.
It matches our logo for sure.
Fits
still.
the logo. Works. And
So what are you guys smoking on? Oh, you're Charter Oak. No, you're about to be Charter Oak.
I have a Charter Oak on deck,
Okay.
but I have a
Is that a new one?
Moose.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Okay.
We got 3.
Yeah,
I've had
they're-
2. Not offensive, not exciting.
They're foundation cigars.
Are they really?
Yeah. I get it's what it says on the side of the wrapper.
That surprises me.
So
What are you looking at back there?
what? Oh,
Saul's vertical.
That guy.
Waved down
Oh,
a couple
yeah,
of
yeah,
times.
that's Dijon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the guy I gave the employment law outline to.
Oh, nice.
So the convention was all IATSE workers. They're like grips and stagehands and
yeah.
camera guys and
They was a bunch of union
riggers.
guys.
Yeah, yeah. Super cool guys. Like all really good guys.
Okay.
They were friendly.
I know you had issues with stagehand work
Hmm?
one day when
Me?
you did when you did that stagehand over here. Was that over here or over there?
Unknown.
What?
Didn't you do stage work?
Me?
Yeah, like
No.
set up, tear down.
I mean, not as an actual stagehand.
He did it
As
at
a-
Slow Brew, probably.
You're a manager, so you're going to do whatever we tell you.
I thought you had one here recently where you were helping out and issues with pay and all that.
What?
No, that was, I avoided the stagehand work.
Oh,
Because
okay.
they called me to do something that wasn't what I showed up, and they were like, you're doing this. And I was like, I'm not.
Okay,
But, good on you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just knew that you were doing it, or you were gonna do it.
No, I was helping out a friend
Okay.
who failed to explain the exercise properly,
That tends to happen,
right?
especially up here.
Yep. Up here, up to this town, bro. I don't understand.
Let's hear your gripes.
I have a lot.
What really grinds your gears?
Everything possible with anything past state line. I don't want to deal with any of that.
Listen, I only go over there for like one or two reasons.
Gas at the Chevron up here is 609.
I saw that. It's disturbing.
609.
Dude, it's 669 on the north side.
Yeah. It's 395 by my house.
Yeah.
It just went down to 390 over there at the
Yeah,
Smiths
yeah,
by mine.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Christian's about to pipe in and be like, I pay $1.79.
Fuck you, Christian.
All right, so I'm smoking Man of War, Rune Nation, Solomon.
It's a lot of words.
That's a lot of words. You
I
could have
know.
just said Man of
No.
War.
No, I wanted to say the whole thing because I like this cigar.
Where'd you that? We don't have those right now.
No, you don't. I had to order them.
Oh,
You remember when I was
What?
ordering
You
them?
ordered from somebody else? Traitor.
Listen, I told you I was going to.
You are off the Christmas
I think he's
list.
losing privileges.
We
That
both,
that
we-
discount just lost 5%.
you do know why I did it though.
289.
I was smoking a lot in here, and I didn't want to take away from our selection,
Oh,
so people
dude,
could have stuff.
289.
289. Go fuck yourself.
Can you send your gas here?
No, I do appreciate that because our inventory is pretty low.
Then that's the only reason why. Otherwise, I would still be doing it. I wanted more people to pay the price.
Top dollar.
Yeah, the full
Yeah,
price.
we got to fill that up by in the next like 2 weeks.
And that's why I haven't touched it. I'm just like, I'll leave it alone. Doesn't need me. And then any cigars that I have been getting from there, I try to pay full price for right now.
Oh, we don't need to do that, but
Yeah.
like I do appreciate you ordering from other places to preserve our inventory while it's low.
Except for those punches.
Listen,
Those were trash.
I didn't order
Hot
those.
garbage.
I picked those up at that
Hot
Indian gas
garbage.
station. I'm like, we'll try these.
Hot garbage.
Listen, you're no better. Look at what you just grabbed.
What did I grab?
Our soon-to-be review cigar right there at the top.
Don't know what to talk about.
Romeo, Juliet.
Came in a box. I didn't pick it.
It was
Nicaragua.
specifically for the review purpose. Also, unlike Punch, if I put Romeo on the shelf, they sell.
Punch does too, Sprite.
Not in here.
Bam. Bomb drop in your face.
Well, you got the classics, right? Is that what you grabbed?
Dude, we've tried all the punches in here. They don't move.
Punch doesn't go. I don't know who's buying Punch.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
I like the Punch Diablo.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's okay.
I like it more than the rest of the line.
That's
what I meant.
Bacardi Bat was good for a Maduro. It was way better than the Punch. That was
Fair.
good. You remember those?
No,
You didn't? Did you ever try those?
I don't think so.
They used to sell them at Famari.
I don't
Had a
think so.
weird like black triangle over a triangle logo.
You gotta remember,
they were
he
Bacardis.
he doesn't like any like alcohol or anything on his
No,
cigar.
they're not alcohol.
They weren't?
No, they're just called Bacardi. They had nothing to do with Bacardi rum.
No.
They were just Bacardi. Like they just use the same name.
I don't think I ever smoked one of those.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
You're
I
okay.
did smoke it, but
you're not missing much.
Okay.
But it was better than Punch.
that it was.
Yeah,
I mean, hard to do with that punch we smoked last
it
week.
was a fucking bomb.
Listen, we need to have one bad review here and there.
Oh, well, we're going to have two in a row, turns out.
We're gonna have two.
I've already smoked the one sitting on my...
Listen, he could have picked something totally different.
Oh, well, you had those Partagas that weren't good either.
I thought that these Romeos had potential because the House of Capulet, the House of Montague, and the City of Verona are all Nicaraguan leaf, and they're fantastic.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, a Nicaraguan regular Romeo. They're doing good with Nicaragua. No,
Not this.
no, not this.
I mean,
I think I'm
spoiler alert.
legitimately going to go back to just keeping the Romeo and Juliet Shakespeare themed ones, and that's the only Romeos we should
Or
carry.
just the classic 1875.
We'll just leave it
The
at
bully.
that.
People buy the crap out of it for no reason.
The bully, yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing as the Mac White labels.
Yeah, well, they're both good golf cigars.
Yeah, I mean, they're great cigars for people that don't smoke cigars.
Yeah.
Like brand new.
Or great cigars for people that smoke way too many cigars.
Yes.
Don't look at me. I don't smoke that much. I cut back.
I mean, you had to work to get to that point.
I mean, did you just hear him just go, "Eee," look right at you?
Yeah. I mean, you had to work hard to get into the I don't smoke that much category. Yeah.
What is smoking too much? Let's go there, because we both know you guys smoking what 7 cigars, 9 cigars when you were at the Big Smoke, way back.
No, that was comfortably too much.
That was-
I freely admit that.
That was-
bad things, bad choices were made.
That was definitely mistakes were made that day for
Yeah.
sure. Never going back to that many. Holy shit.
I mean, that last cigar was just misery.
So me having 2 to 3 cigars a day is too much. Sometimes it's only one.
I mean,
two to three
here's the thing.
seems acceptable.
Outside of a cigar shop and people that smoke cigars in cigar shops, literally everyone else would tell you that that's too much.
And they're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I was going 5 or 6,
yeah.
then yeah,
If he was like 7+, I'd be worried about him. But
yeah, full Maduro 7+, I'd be dead.
there were days we burned like 5 in here watching The Flash. So
That is true.
Not me.
we're just like, yeah, all right, cool.
Those two.
Listen,
Cool.
he doesn't like anything superhero or Marvel related.
That's fine.
No, it's not that. It's that most superhero stories are dumb.
So I'm not wrong. Superhero.
They're dumb. Batman, really cool story because he's always got challenges. It makes for a proper dramatic storyline, right? There are proper barriers to success. There's suffering.
I feel like
Yeah.
you still don't like it because it's the same principle over and over again. It's
No, I
repetitive.
like Batman a lot.
Okay.
Everyone likes Batman.
Yeah.
What about Iron
And
Man?
the first Iron Man was great because it was a comedy. Then they got serious and they got terrible.
No, Iron Man 2 was good.
Yeah, it's true. Iron Man 2 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1 was
Also
good. 2 was okay. Didn't care for 3. Felt the jokes in 3 were a little cheeky.
Honestly, the best part about 3 is the Russian dog and the dude.
3,
learning to
if
use
I'm
the
being
arrow.
if I'm being honest, 3 felt more like early 2000s Doctor Who than it did a Marvel movie with the
Ouch.
humor.
That's fair. You're not wrong.
But no, all the other stuff that they've done, and I mean all of it, has the Superman problem. You can't write a proper dramatic storyline with someone who can't die. Like, invincibility ruins the story.
Yeah.
Period, full stop.
Yeah, because you need.
That's why they created kryptonite for Superman.
Yeah, they had to, but it still doesn't work.
Yeah. And it
Like,
was,
it doesn't work. If there's only one barrier, it's the same barrier every time, right? It doesn't work.
well, I just found out that it wasn't even like in the comics originally. He never had that weakness. It was given to him by some talk show. just to
Well,
give
I
him
also
something.
don't think in the original comics he was nearly as strong as he ended up being.
Fair. He was still faster than a speeding bullet, but slower than a train.
Who wants to take that? That's not me. I'm just gonna sit here. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Listen, I liked Mork and Mindy. I
Wow.
thought it was entertaining.
Mork. You remember the episode where Mork meets Captain Kirk?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. It's the best. This is the best episode. I don't care what it says.
Anything Star Trek with you? Best episode.
No, it's just funny because like you know Shatner just got paid way too much to be in that episode of Mork and Mindy
you know,
for like 30 seconds.
Well, I'm kind of curious if he just volunteered to do it at that point because he wanted to meet Robin Williams or vice versa.
I feel like someone caught him smoking a cigarette between stages. Was like, "Hey, I know you're doing TJ Hooker right now, but you want to come over here real quick and wear a bathrobe?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
He might have already been in a bathrobe.
Yeah, he
to be
actually,
fair.
yeah, he probably was actually already in the bathrobe.
They're
He's
like,
like,
"Hey, can we borrow you for a second?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm not doing anything."
they're like, "We have good sandwiches and Robin Williams." He was like, "I'll meet Robin Williams, get a sandwich. Yeah, why not?" That's back when TV was cool because it was all filmed in the same place.
Right?
Those are the OG crossovers.
Now it's all over the place.
Like, what is it? Is it what's the one with Urkel? Is that All in the Family?
Yeah, Family Matters.
Family Matters. When the two kids on the show say that the one dad looks like the dad from Fresh Prince, and then James Avery walks
yeah.
through the door, and he's just standing there, and the other guy just like totally breaks character. He's like, "Holy shit, that's James Avery!" I love that scene. I don't know why. There's nothing good on TV, by the way.
No,
just wanna
I
point
haven't
that
seen
out.
any.
I know we point out all the
Do you
time,
guys want to
but-
do like 5 to 10 minutes of just absolutely shitting on the Acolyte? Because I can.
I haven't even watched it.
I haven't watched it either. I just
So I saw this. I think it's on Screen Rant or something, and they were like, "What's going on with the Acolyte?" And they have the Rotten Tomato scores for every Star Wars show, like that's come out,
Yeah.
versus the critics versus the viewers, and it's so funny. Like Andor, 1% difference. Critics 92, like audience 93.
yeah.
All right, Andor. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It got good. I believe that one. From there, it just starts to slowly like divulge into this like, oh, the critics are really high and they're all kind of the same, and you just watch the audience score just fucking tank, and then it gets the highest is at one point I think season 3 of The Mandalorian, where there's like a 35% difference between what the viewers thought it was versus the critics. Critics are like, oh, we love it. And the viewers are like, yeah, it's fucking shit. Get out of here with that. The Acolyte is currently trending at about 65%. It is at 30% viewer approval, and like,
I thought it was 29. It was 23 was its lowest, I
no,
think.
it's higher now. It's bad.
Is that fucking
It's
Disney Autobots?
bad. They got to be paying interns to like make accounts.
Help.
They're
Help
like,
us.
We've been photobombed. We need help. They're like, nah, you're good. Just fill it out. It's fine. Apparently, I was spoiled. I don't give a fuck about that show. Apparently, in season like episode 3, everyone dies.
Yeah,
So they're gonna bring in all the pronouns now.
Yes, and lesbian witches immaculately concept the twins.
So
I do.
we're still talking about the Acolyte, right?
Yep.
we're talking about the
That's
Acolyte.
happening.
Yeah, we just saved you
I got
viewership.
completely lost there.
The 2-star character is the same girl that plays like the good girl and the bad girl. They're twins, and in episode 3, apparently, there's going to be like they have 2 moms.
Oh man.
And the Force using mom, like, puts the twins in the other mom, and so it's like, dude, it's
Like she takes them
it's
from her
the
and puts them there.
dumbest shit I've ever heard of. Like, I just don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like this coming from someone who, dude, I spent like the first year of my life in daycare at Disneyland. My mom loved Disney. My parents met working at Disneyland.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about that. Like that company has gone so far off the rails. Like they clearly hate me and everything I stand for. So
Yeah.
good on you.
Well,
Like,
I mean, they don't even care about.
and
the
they are
viewers
producing
anymore.
absolute trash. The amount of discrepancies just in the storyline. Forget the absurdities in the storyline. Just in the storyline, like go through it like a cop show and how they walk the prisoners into one place and then just leave them there so they can escape. Like it's fucking awful.
One of the reviews I read on Rotten Tomatoes is pretty sure that the entire story was written by AI.
Oh, I
They're
mean,
like it fails so hard to be storytelling that it's got to have been written by AI.
They're hoping it's written
And
by
I'm like,
AI.
It wouldn't surprise me.
it's tragic
Yeah.
how poorly written it is.
Oh,
and
dude.
then throw on top of that just the absurdity of hating anyone that doesn't fit in a certain category.
Just real quick for Christian, I'm very sad they didn't redo the $6 Million Man. They were
Yes.
supposed to.
What happened to that?
The project was supposed to come out after they rebuilt Knight Rider
Yeah.
for that early mid 2000s show, which I thought was actually pretty entertaining. And it tanked on NBC, so then they canceled all their other remakes. They were supposed to do like $6 Million Man. There was even rumors of an A-Team TV show coming back,
Yeah.
but they based it off of the Knight Rider success, and that show lasted 20 episodes.
Oh.
Yeah.
They made him a Mustang. What'd you expect?
We shouldn't have done that.
Oh yeah, that's disconcerting.
It was a Mustang. I mean, he was
that up.
voiced by Val Kilmer, so he was kind of a badass.
They're like,
like,
Ford has more money.
Yeah, exactly. It was clearly sponsored by Ford because it was like he was a Mustang and then he could transform into like a Ford pickup truck, and then there were other Ford cars they were crashing, and you're just like, somebody gotta check.
I don't know.
Best way to tell who sponsors a movie, by the way, is to watch
Cars.
what cars get fucking destroyed, because then you're like, nope, okay.
I mean, we watched that stuntman one. Good guy.
Oh yeah,
Fall Guy.
Fall guy. Fall guy.
I haven't watched Fall Guy.
Watching the cars get destroyed in
Yeah.
there, you're like,
yeah. Come on,
Toyota?
come on. It was a good movie.
Oh
actually.
wait, no. But what about the crossover?
What crossover?
The one that I showed you the rumored crossover.
For
I can't believe you forgot that already.
was
I
it
haven't seen
the
it,
GI Joe Transformers one?
No.
Oh, because that's
Did-
happening.
About- I'd say we
Jurassic
knew that.
World and
Oh,
Fast.
No,
wait, what?
you shut your whore mouth.
What just happened?
Fucking stupid. Ass.
There's a
There's a fucking.
Is it a meme?
It's like, yeah, it's a meme. It's like the next crossover to happen, Jurassic World Furious 7, and it's like, because dinosaurs can't be stopped by family. It's so fucking stupid. It's like, God. I mean, in all fairness, family is the number one word said in the last Fast and Furious movie. Family.
Yes.
Family. It's all about family.
I mean, if you
Family.
did it like full 1980s action movie style, it could be fantastic.
Yeah, anything done 1980s action style would be fantastic. Those movies hold up so well. It's not even funny at this point.
Especially compared to what we're putting out now.
Yes, hot garbage.
I got.
Although Dark Matter wasn't bad.
I haven't seen that.
I like that, actually.
What was that one about?
It's about, like, multi-dimensional travel using the concept of superposition and Schrodinger's cat.
Okay,
It was actually pretty interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
It's got Jennifer Connelly in it and that one dude.
Yeah, that narrows it down.
Yeah, I forget his name. He played the orc dude in Bright.
Yes,
I forget, Joel Edgerton or something, I think his name.
something like that.
I don't know.
Okay, but I got an idea who he is now.
Yeah. But it's a good show, actually. I was surprised.
I got a question. So,
No.
did you guys do? Okay, fuck you then. I don't care anymore.
What's
you know
the
what?
what's the
This
question?
is not the question and
That's
answer
it. Fuck you.
segment of the show, sir. I apologize.
Every session of the show is question and answer when it pops into my head before I
Then
forget
ask
it.
the fucking question.
I was trying to, but you were being a dick about it.
Did you forget?
Almost. Did you guys ever have to make any projects for like while you were in middle school that required you to actually build something? I already told you what I was making today.
Well, Lane was government issued, so I don't know if he actually went to middle school.
Oh yeah, they created him in
Those
a
are
lab.
false memories.
Got it. He's our Captain America with squeaky joints.
One squeaky joint.
One.
It's annoying the shit out of me.
Go get the
Couldn't even make a
WD-40.
golf swing today.
Yeah.
Just gimpy as shit.
Oh,
That's depressing.
I don't
for
know.
you.
I want to know what you did.
I know what I did. I've got a lateral tear in my meniscus, and I aggravated it somehow.
Yeah,
Until I get it cleaned
I
out.
want to know how you aggravated it.
He's
month or two.
It was either something yesterday or while I was taking a nap.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it could have been. Honestly, yesterday was a pretty tame day. I ran the day before that, but it felt great yesterday. I don't know that it would
Shouldn't
not feel at all bad one day and then feel terrible today.
Like drastically different the next.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
But it's kind of random, and it's not dependent on like this, like how strenuous what I'm doing is. It's just,
weight dependent.
no, it's not even weight dependent. It's just in a random position. If I move my leg, it catches the tear, and then it swells for a couple days.
Oh. I thought you meant the issue right now.
Really?
No, that is the issue right now. Like it'll catch the tear, and I'll like sometimes I feel it and I can stop it. But I'm sure if I did it like my sleep or something, if I was in a bad position and straightened my leg and it caught the tear just right,
Then it was something.
yeah.
That sounds painful.
Christian made a comment.
Walking downstairs. He can't do that now.
I couldn't do that today. I mean, it was troublesome.
That's a good thing you don't live on like the third floor or something.
It's good thing you work
I mean,
out
Christian.
arms.
So Christian, I tore it snowboarding for sure, but that was a while back, and then aggravated it. Like, not even aggravated it. Probably tore it a little bit more working the floor this winter and being on the mountain as much as I was. But then the last, I don't know, 6-8 weeks has been fine, and I know I'm getting it cleaned out. I just did something to it in the last 2 days. Today, I couldn't land on my left side. I couldn't pull my golf swing all the way through because I couldn't put pressure, like with my knee pressed out, to finish the swing.
And you already have it scheduled and ready to go then.
Not yet, but I know it's going to happen in July or August. I'm waiting to find out what the restaurant looks like for the summer and how my new manager works out.
Got it. You want to see?
Once
if they
I get
can
her
handle it?
trained and I'm comfortable,
Then
then
you
I'll
can-
schedule the week.
To do it.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
get it done.
All right.
I built missions. It was sugar cubes. That's about all I did.
In middle school,
Nah, it was elementary school.
elementary.
Yeah.
No, he's just out of elementary. He's like 6th grade now.
Yeah, okay.
What about you, Lane?
I don't think I had to build anything in middle school.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they're kind of requiring a lot.
weird.
He chose to have me make it out of wood instead of doing cardboard because all the other kids are doing cardboard and they're having a water balloon fight. So they're using that to kind of block from the water balloons. And he's like, I don't want cardboard. It's going to fall apart. So I had to make it out of wood.
Why didn't you make it out of sheet metal and circular so he can throw it at kids?
I'm not allowed to. I thought about it. They said, I'm like, all right, what's the requirements? No metal. I'm like, that means I couldn't put that metal ball on the front that they had on the Roman shields that they used as a weapon to bash. None of that. I had to use foam on the front.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
But he painted it. He decided to put what is it? One of those cyclopses
yeah.
from medieval time. Well, not medieval. Greece times. Roman times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever time it was.
Mythical creature.
Mythical creature.
Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
a mythical creature.
Christian, they haven't decided. I've already talked to the surgeon. They haven't decided what they're going to do yet. He wants to get a better scan of it to see how big it is, and then he'll decide. Then he'll have a better idea which way he's going to go. They either carve it out or they sew it up. I think he's already kind of leaning towards carving it out because he doesn't think it's a very big tear. Based on the other things that I still do on it, and I'm fine. That it's just this one random position that I can catch it. It's probably not that big, which means they just carve it out.
How would they?
Yeah, but You say that like they just cut out the torn piece? Mm-hmm. Ow.
Just like you would in a piece of paper, right? So tear a piece of paper,
Yeah.
it'll just keep tearing.
Yeah.
But if you cut a loop around it,
Ah.
it stops tearing.
Okay.
Same idea.
Oh.
I mean, slightly more advanced, done by someone who went to school for 9 years. Yes.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Now, I'm curious. Are they going to use a scalpel or are they going to use like a laser?
No idea. It's arthroscopic, so I don't know how they would even get a proper scalpel in there. It's just little pinholes that they put little cameras in, and then one where they go into something and carve it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't get a big incision from meniscus repair generally.
Wow. That's exciting. That was my first question too when I went to the hospital though. I was like, this isn't a teaching hospital, is it? I was like, I'll drive to the next one. I'm not gonna be in no fucking teaching hospital.
So there's a 2A case on assault weapon bans that has been in conference the last 3 weeks.
We were
the
waiting
Supreme
for
Court.
it to get into conference, right?
It's been in conference the last 3 weeks, and they haven't voted on it yet. So they could have voted on Thursday. We won't find out till tomorrow morning. And we've got a bunch of cases. There's like 16 big cases still to come out of the Supreme Court, like decisions that they haven't released yet.
For 2A or just in general?
Just in general, just everything.
I thought we're
Chevron deference, 3 2A cases, the abortion pill, the process for approving the abortion pill. I know I'm forgetting a couple.
wow.
You were talking about.
Oh, the Trump immunity case.
Oh,
There's a lot.
you were talking about cases. What is the NCAA first? That's baseball, basketball. Which one is that?
The
NCAA is
National
college.
College
College
Athletic
level, right?
Association.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all sports, all collegiate sports.
They have to pay them now. Is what I was hearing.
They approve schools to pay them.
Schools can pay.
Yeah.
Can pay? I thought
They don't
they
have
had
to.
to pay now.
No, they don't have to.
No.
Okay, I thought that's why it went to court, is they had to pay them now.
No, it was so that they could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
before the NCAA wouldn't allow anybody to pay students. Even the name, image, and likeness stuff wasn't allowed. So that was first, and then now they've said schools can pay them if they want to.
Okay.
I mean, what schools are going to pay them? It's for all the people that aren't, the quarterback of USC who's going to get $8 million in sponsorships. Yeah.
Yeah, that kid was already in commercials and shit. Mm-hmm. Like, stupid. Yeah. But if you go to, like, Oral Roberts, I don't think you're going to get much money. Not to shit on the good people of Oral Roberts.
So what I'm going to start calling the people that lick their cigars. Listen, Oral Roberts.
Oral Roberts.
Why don't you bring it down a notch?
you can just even sit, you just look at him and go, you went to Oral, didn't you?
Yes.
A small shaver like a cheese grater? Ugh. But more sophisticated.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't care as long as I can ski and snowboard next year. I'm good.
Yeah, you're fine.
And finish out golfing.
I mean, in law school, I golfed 4 rounds in 3 years. I can give up golfing for a while.
Fair, as long as you can go to the gym.
I don't want to miss a fucking ski season.
Yeah.
Well, in the gym, I'll be at almost immediately anyway. It'll just be a different kind of work. It'll be rehab stuff,
Yeah.
which is
You've done that before.
After
Yeah.
2 weeks, right?
I
Like 2
think for
weeks
this
of
it's
being
faster
easy,
than
or-
that.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
I think it's a week of
Just,
limited motion. Like you're moving it, but you're being cautious about it. You're walking on it, but you're really careful.
yeah.
I think after that, at 2 weeks, you're
Good
up
to
and
go.
moving. He's like, it's going to swell a bunch still. Like, you might have painful nights, but you can do most of what you're doing in your regular day
Nice.
after 2 weeks. It's like, okay.
Nice.
He's like, in full recovery. He's like, not full recovery. He's like, you'll be almost all the way there at 6 weeks. And then a few weeks of, getting used to it, and then you're fine.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much what I remember when I had it done on the other knee in high school. But I had a little bit extra done on that knee. They did some stuff that they probably won't do to this one.
Is that because you blew that one out?
It's because somehow I created a massive bone chip
That
they had to take out. And then they decided, they think I dislocated my kneecap because it was slightly off track. So they cut up some of the muscle to balance my leg out for rehab so that I could balance it out, training it back.
Okay.
Which I don't know if that was a good idea. That surgeon turns out not great. This surgeon, much better reputation.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. It's important.
Yeah.
Did you tell him about the other knee and what they did?
No, I didn't care.
It's not important. It's on a different leg.
I mean, I thought
No, it doesn't matter.
second opinion's always good sometimes. So was that bone shark just swimming around in there cutting things?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was doing because I was rehabbing on it. They didn't believe me. So my knee every once in a while would like lock up and this thing would stick out like right here. And I would push it down and my knee would free up. So I explained that to my orthopedic surgeon and he's like, that literally doesn't make sense. Like what you're describing is impossible, right? Go back to rehab. Okay, go back to rehab for a couple more months. Still bothering the shit out of me. Like, you know, I'd be running and then it would catch and then it would hurt and I'd limp. So I go back to the orthopedic surgeon like 4 months later. And still no, they haven't done surgery yet, obviously. So he's like, we're going to go out and run in the parking lot. I'm like, all right. So I run in the parking lot. And what always happened. Caught a little bit, like felt the pain, started limping. Orthopedic surgeon starts yelling at me for some reason. I'm like 15, yelling at me. I'm like, what do you want? It hurts. I'm limping. Go back into his office. He takes my knee and starts doing the like push in, push out, like, you know, structural tests. And he pushes it in. Thank God it happened too. And he pulls it out hard. Except whatever that little thing was pops up and locks my leg. So it's locked right here. And he's yanking and yanking and yanking. And he's like, I don't know what's happening. And I pointed at it. And he goes, what's that? And he's still yanking on my leg, and he reaches down, and he pushes it in, and my leg releases, and he almost falls over. And my dad's there. And he looks at me, and he looks over at my dad. He goes, Tuesday? How's Tuesday work? My dad goes, for what? He goes, surgery?
We gonna cut that son bitch out.
And my dad goes, what's wrong? And he goes, I don't know, but we're going to find out.
It is time to go exploring.
I'm curious if that's the first time you've seen that.
It was pretty trippy. They're still not entirely sure what I did to my knee outside of also tearing some meniscus, but they're not even sure I tore the meniscus with the initial injury because I rehabbed that thing for like 7 months with that bone chip in there, just tearing the shit out of my knee.
Just cutting through shit. Wow.
You're like, this doesn't look like it needs to be there. Slice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just remember fucking Tuesday. How's Tuesday sound?
Sure. Sounds good.
Yeah, you're like, surgery?
Dude, it was so trippy. Like, it was strange.
You were big for 15. I'm pretty sure you're around the same height, right?
I started high school at 5'11", 225. By the time I was a sophomore, I was 6'1".
And you were stocky though.
Yeah. I mean, I was.
Well, you were playing football.
Yeah, I mean, I was strong.
I'm just wondering why he thought it was a good idea to yell at you.
Dude. Okay, rewind. Yeah, rewind. Almost exactly a year. I busted my ankle playing basketball. And I go in. I was convinced it wasn't broken. I'm like, it's not broken. It's fine. It's not broken. Didn't leave school. Like, went home, was laying on the couch. My dad comes home. It's like 5:15. And he goes, let me see your ankle. Because I'd called him. I'm like, no, it's fine. He's like, let me see your ankle. All right. I pulled the ice off, and it's like the size of a grapefruit. He's like, he goes, we're going to get that x-rayed. Like, do you really think that's necessary? He's like, I'm not asking. So we go in, x-ray, it's broken, walk into the office, and I have Dr. Fry, Dr. Fry's dad, actually, because there's Dr. Fry and now there's another Dr. Fry.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of fries.
A lot of fries.
Yeah. Who's like 175, pulls out this like pink wrap and starts wrapping my ankle. And I was like, he's like, it's broken. We're wrapping it up. Like, okay. So that's like the liner, right? Like there's a cover that goes over that. And he's like, nope, it's the only color I got. That's what you're getting.
Hot pink.
It's like if you weren't fucking Yoda, I would punch you in the mouth right now.
That's awesome.
He said that's all you needed. That's all you needed. Did it work?
Funny story. It was before walking boots, so it had a little cleat on the bottom, and it was what they called a walking cast. And I was like, what can I do in it? And they're like, really doesn't matter. Pretty much whatever you want. So I was like playing basketball in it. I would like all sorts of stuff I had no business doing. It was like this big when I went in to get it taken off. It had climbed all the way up to my ankle and all the way down to my ankle. It was just this little, like, it looked like a PVC joint. Like, that's all that was left.
Wow.
I am fairly certain they wouldn't let me try it, probably because they wanted the money for cutting it off, that I could have just slid it off my foot.
Now we got
Like, the cleat had fallen out. He's like, what have you been doing in this? I'm like, I play basketball in it every day. And he's like, you do what?
You said I could
like,
do anything in it. Bro.
He was like, I'm like, anything I'm comfortable with is what you said. It's like, well, I didn't.
He didn't think you'd be comfortable doing that.
Not that shit. You
I will say to this day that ankle cracks. I don't even feel it. I don't hear it either unless I'm listening for it. But I'll be walking and someone will be like, what is that? No, usually it doesn't register. I'll be like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know, I'm hearing something. All right, you walk some more, and they're like, what is that? I'm like, what is what? And they're like, walk. And I walk, and they're like, what is cracking on you?
What is
like,
that clicking
Oh,
noise?
it's my ankle.
Jeez.
It's just grinding.
Yeah, can't sneak upstairs anymore.
Yeah, especially now.
Oh, especially that. Well, now I'm moaning and groaning like you.
Like you've got the experience of a father.
Range of motion stuff. Yeah, I remember that. I had to go through rehab for my other knee. It was it hurt, but it wasn't that bad. I didn't mind it because it wasn't entirely dissimilar from the pain that I create working out just generally.
Oh, so you're fine.
Yeah, I mean, I go pretty hard.
Yeah.
Usually you do, yeah.
Yeah.
So my oldest, going back to that,
Yes. Yes. Tell us more fun, embarrassing stories about your children.
I will. This one's not embarrassing. This one kind of irritated his mom, put her into a panic, and everything else. He went to a friend's house. What?
Oh, Christian can't be stealthy either, apparently.
His ankle.
Disqualified him from special forces school.
So I could super secret sniper force, and I would have been walking, and they're like, "You're out." Yeah.
Nope. You ain't gonna hide from anything.
I could hear you for days.
What is that clicking noise?
It sounds like you're just breaking a bunch of sticks. But anyways, the oldest went to his friend's house, didn't tell his mom.
Well, it's amazing. Your oldest has friends?
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
That's what I said.
Wow.
But he went to his friend's house, didn't tell his mom. His mom started panicking because she didn't know where he was at. He was supposed to be at home. This is during the Derby, by the way. So all that happened. Couldn't find him. And then finally got a call from his friend's mom, and she went over there. Apparently the friend's mom was in the army and all this other stuff. But she apparently cried. They both cried. They did that mom cry woman thing. Don't cancel me.
Wow. Too late.
I know, right? No, but
Tis done, sir.
Wow.
it's more of a parent thing. I can't say it's a woman thing. It's a parent thing. She said she was worried before that. That's his friend's mom had the same issue. Kid disappeared, couldn't find him. All that. Rewind yesterday, or Friday, right? Yeah, was that yesterday?
I don't.
No, yesterday was Saturday.
Every day blurs together. I don't know what day it is.
That's where I'm at. But Friday, he does it again. This time, no, it was yesterday, Saturday. He does it again, but this time it was at the carnival, where there's a bunch of people, and a bunch of people that nobody trusts.
Carnival's a little sketchy.
Exactly, entirely sketchy.
Carnies are weird.
So she started panicking, and then she finally found him, and she got mad at him. Didn't yell, didn't anything. Stopped talking, stopped everything. We went home, just refused to talk at that point. And I'm like, well, whatever. And I walked away. Because if you're not going to talk, there's nothing I can do,
That's fair.
right?
That's fair.
And
Staring contest.
Yeah. Staring
Just
contest.
saying.
she would lose still, just because I could just stare for no reason and just forget that to blink. That's a thing, apparently. Didn't know that. But no, and then we finally do talk about it, and she was upset about it. He blames the fact that his friend walked off on him, and they were supposed to stay together, but he was doing something else and all this other stuff. And like she was even more upset when she found out that he didn't go on any of the rides that she paid for him to go on to.
Well, yeah, they took that money and they went and bought some beer.
No, she bought him the bracelet. She bought the bracelet for him. It's like $35 now for a bracelet.
For a carnival bracelet?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's what I'm saying. Because
Carnivals are getting expensive.
it used to be $20, like, I don't know, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Wait, these are the like rides of death.
Yeah.
That show up on trucks and park in like
That they put
City
up at
Park.
one night.
Sketchy neighborhoods
Yeah,
controlled
yeah.
by carnies. Yeah.
In like two
Yeah.
or three, 2 nights. that it gets put up.
$35 for that death trap.
That's right. I only go for the food though. Indian tacos and those French fries.
Oh, you know what? It is farmers market season.
It is.
The Carson City Farmers Market just started
that you finally found.
that I now know is right by my house.
So you going there now?
Fuck, I'm gonna go. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, you haven't gone yet? I thought you did.
No, it started this weekend. I didn't feel like going on the first weekend. You never go the first weekend. Never.
Yeah, you go. You go.
No,
both.
no, no, no. You gotta wait.
Is that when they bring that old product out to sell?
No, I don't know. You gotta wait for the kinks to get worked out. You know, the vendors to kind of get their groove going and figure out what they want to do, and then you go.
Okay, so you wait another week.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go. I'll try to go next week or
And
something.
this is where you're gonna pick up your fruits and veggies now.
I mean, I'm curious. I don't know what they have, but last time Lane's sister got some really bomb ass fruit from there. So
Oh yeah.
Oh, the fruit there is good.
Yeah, so
but
I'll
my
do that.
sister goes with my dad.
Yeah, so
She
I'm-
also has a cherry tree, right?
Yes,
Yes.
and
They were delicious.
yeah, they
peaches.
were. Oh, is she a peach tree?
I think she's got a peach
Sweet.
tree and something else. She's got a ton of stuff growing in her backyard.
Oh wow.
It,
Where's she at?
It's really
She's up
weird.
here, right? Or
She's in Carson.
Carson. Hmm.
Yeah, because we have a peach tree too, and we have a crab apple tree.
You can just go out there and start selling stuff, right?
Yeah,
Farmers market.
you know what? I was thinking about it.
Just call it. What would you call it?
What?
What would you name your?
I don't know. Backyard produce. It's probably taken, but I think that'd be funny. Backyard farms. For the community, by the community.
That look.
What? It's just very disappointing all of a sudden.
Right.
You think it's a good idea?
Listen, for all the shit you guys gave me and didn't participate in naming, for you to be okay with
We did.
backyard fruitfuls.
Yeah.
Listen,
Whoa.
me and
Backyard
Casey-
fruitfuls.
I told
See,
Casey
now
a
we're
couple.
brainstorming. Now we're talking.
I told Casey a couple. I just couldn't remember him or find
Well,
where I
we
wrote
had
them
the
down.
same problem. We had like 2, and then we were like, I can't think of any other ones.
Yeah, there was something leaf.
Yeah.
What was it? What was
I
that
don't,
one?
even, I don't even remember. That's what
Right?
you came up with a good one. You got there.
Yeah.
We knew you could do it.
Listen, I'm not saying. I'm not saying Will's right.
Listen, it's not easy for anybody to do. Well, some people. It's not easy for me to do naming
Yeah.
anything, right? Naming a business is the hardest part of my business creation process, hands down. You guys are like, I don't know. You wrote a couple down. You're like, I can't think of anything good. Throw it away. To go grab a cigar. I can pour yourself some whiskey. I walk in. You're like, I don't know. We tried, but how hard did you try?
I had a list. I just don't know where it went. I didn't throw it away.
My dog ate my homework, teacher.
Yeah, my dog doesn't
I
do
used
that.
a name generator online.
Oh, it doesn't. I've tried
And-
it.
and-
I have
and they
tried to
were
resort to that. They're not
Awful-
good.
Yeah, they were awful.
They're not good.
I was like, maybe this will help. And I was like, no, these are fucking stupid. I think Cigar Junction was the best one I got out of it. And I was like,
When-
it'd be cool if we talked about trains and the locomotive railways.
I wouldn't have 2 cents in there at all.
Trains are cool. My goal this year is to take the train from by my house to Virginia City.
Oh, the V&T.
I want to do it one
Did
time.
they put it in? I thought.
Yeah, well, in the summer it's every day, not just the weekend, so I can actually like go on one of my.
What do you mean? Did they put it in?
My bad. I got mixed up because Bentley.
Did
one
they
of
put it
Bentley's
in?
things was
It's been running for.
ever. Yeah, I get it.
The
no.
train has been there since 1822.
All right, I'll let you guys continue. You guys keep going.
When did they come up with this new technology?
What is
The
this?
train.
The steam
Yeah.
engine?
Yeah, keep going. It wasn't that. Bentley wanted to put in a link that goes from Carson to Minden and Gardnerville, in order to get people up there even more.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, but
You mean
they
just
told
put
him
the train tracks back in that they took out probably a long time ago?
he was going to put it through his land,
Oh, okay.
and they didn't want to do that for some ungodly reason.
That's weird.
But he wanted to do that because it would just shuttle more people.
I mean, it turns out conveniently there's a museum full of trains that
Yeah.
they could totally probably use. That would be fantastic. Could you imagine just catching the old like steam locomotive from Carson to Minden? That'd be fantastic.
And
Yeah,
I
great thing.
I thought they took that one out from Carson to Virginia City. I've never been on it.
It's not the ass end of Carson
Yeah,
by
I
the
didn't-
pick and pull.
I didn't know that.
It's like 30 minutes. And if you pay the extra $5, you get to go into the mine. Like it takes you past Virginia City
Into one
to
of the old
mine.
silver mines?
Yeah, one of the silver mine tunnels, and you get to sit in there on the train, and then the train takes you back to Virginia City. It's like 35 minutes, but I want to try it.
I
it
think
seems
that'd be
cool.
fun.
Because every time they do the one at the museum, it's like, oh, cool, you're on the train for 5 minutes as it goes
Around
10,
the museum.
10 feet and then back around the museum. I'm like, but if you go from, the pick and pull, that 35 minute train ride is actually through the Old West. Like that's way funner, I think.
I feel like the one from Reno to Sacramento would be interesting.
Amtrak?
Yeah, like over Donner
Oh
Pass.
yeah, through Donner.
Yeah.
You know what? That would be kind of cool, actually. I won't lie. That one does seem kind of fun too.
I don't know. Maybe we should all go do that one point.
Train ride.
Train ride.
We could do a whiskey event. Whiskey and cigar.
We can go
event.
whiskey. I wonder if they let you smoke on the train. That'd be.
I bet they would if we rented out an entire car.
Oh fuck yeah! There we go.
How
Like
much
a
is
dining car.
Yeah.
This is what's happening.
Man, see, we're gonna smoke like it's 1932.
We're also gonna do a podcast, one just off the iPhone.
We'll just vlog it for everyone.
Listen,
Here's
these
our
are goals,
adventures.
right? The Big Ash train and whiskey event and the Big Ash golf tournament.
We could probably get quite a couple people to come to that. I know James probably would.
Yeah, James. Turns out James isn't doing anything now, so
LaRon.
he's got free time. LaRon? Yeah, well, no, me and LaRon have to hold our championship belt. We're getting tattoos.
You could have beat me today.
Yeah.
Anybody could beat you today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't even know how to play, and I could probably do it.
No, you probably could have beat Kevin.
I couldn't hit the ball straight because I couldn't hold my body in position.
Never mind. Kevin might have beat
Like
you.
I was rotating off or
Yeah.
not rotating enough because I couldn't land on my knee. So the ball's just going to hell and gone.
Yeah, you couldn't put any weight on
Like
it.
I was
right?
still hitting it far, just not straight.
So you would have been in like the trees, is what you're telling me.
Interesting shots. You were setting up interesting practice shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I
think-
wanted was the experience.
Yeah. How do I play from this
That
angle?
golf course, not going to say which one.
Yeah.
For $120 a round, trash.
Really?
Oh my God.
The South
They had
Sun?
gravel bunkers.
Yeah. The South Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Not good.
and you
like,
can't
not
smoke.
good.
Can't
And
smoke.
I can't smoke cigars.
Who
Is it-
the fuck?
It's nearby,
Yes.
It's adjacent.
adjacent. Got it.
Yeah.
I was expecting much better.
For what it is.
Yeah.
And where it is. That's fair. Yeah.
Like I'd much rather play Genoa for the rate they give us for pushing their business.
Yeah.
Better course.
Yeah.
Like not a good course.
Wow.
Yeah, because
Surprising.
you send people down there pretty often.
To Genoa?
Yeah.
Yes. I routinely go down and check and see, although I'm told they have a legitimate abatement plan for mosquitoes. Like it's a schedule.
Ooh.
Twice a week, every week. Because my problem is the mosquitoes at Genoa.
And they're gonna spray something out there to deter them.
Yeah.
Wow.
A flamethrower on the.
What's going on, bud?
I don't
No,
think
you're fine. You want a cigar?
Flamethrower is not the answer.
I feel like it would be. You could wipe out so many.
No, it's like chemical weapons.
Chemical warfare works
Yeah.
too.
Just chemical based artillery shells and
That's right. Throwing that
Whatever
mustard gas. out there.
gas. I don't think mosquitoes are affected by mustard gas.
I'm not 100% sure. There's only
Something
one
tells
way
me
to
that
find out.
people in the neighborhood would also be affected by said mustard gas.
Just tell them not to stand upwind or
Duh.
downwind.
We had our chemistry teacher made mustard gas for us one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we had a vent. We had one of those chemical hood vent systems, and so he was like, "I am going to do this on a very small scale, just so you can see what happens."
Don't ever do this.
And fucking hell, man, let me tell you what, that was like, Wow, it was impressive.
Were you able to smell it still?
No, you could because you would die.
Well, I get that, but like,
Yeah, no, it's in the sealed box, and then he put the little dropper on there to make it do what it does, and then you just watch the piece that it was on just dissolve into this yellowish plume. Like, it was super quick. It was, and you're like, oh shit, and then he's like, boom, evacuate. And you're like, oh wow, that was cool. Science is awesome.
and you didn't become a scientist, a chemist.
I mean, I probably could have, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
That didn't spark it for you.
Something about chemistry on a professional level doesn't seem that exciting. Like when you're just fucking around with science, like in a classroom setting, that seems more fun than being like, oh, today we're going to play around with chemistry for the 137th time, trying to make something for some company. But I don't know.
Are the, I was looking at doing something, and now I gotta remember it. See, look at that.
Doing what?
No. I just dropped my fill. Lost it.
That happens, man.
It
That
does.
Happens. That's
We're getting older.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know any movies coming out soon?
No.
No.
Although, well, I'll wait for Lane to get back to tell you the news I know.
I mean, Deadpool's supposed to be coming out
Yeah, I mean
soon,
that
right?
looks good. The new Bad Boys came out. That looks okay.
Is it out on video or is it in theaters?
I would be an awesome bomb tech. What are you talking about?
Yeah, for a whole 30 seconds.
If I run, you run. That's my bomb tech.
Listen, if you're running, it's already too late.
Yeah, I mean realistically, first of all, I ain't running, so we're gonna blow shit up. I would just be like, just blow it up.
We're going to stand right there next
just-
to it.
Just like if there's like, oh, there's a bomb over there, I'd just throw a grenade at it.
But
Be like, got it.
the
It's
Army,
fine.
if we found any of the unexploded ordnance you're supposed to call,
Yeah.
a lot of us would just stand there and like we get rocks and stuff and just
Yeah,
throw it. Because
and
at
you
that
just-
point, you're like, whatever, I don't fucking care.
It's
I'm
like a
gonna die.
fun game of horse, right? You're like, if I hit it, maybe it'll fucking just click off, and
Right?
Because
And
if you call the guy, right, then you gotta wait, and then you gotta file a report that you waited, and it just
just
seems
watch all
like
that.
paperwork. It just seems. No, I'd be a kick-ass fucking bomb tech. That'd be fun as shit.
I don't know about that. That
Yeah,
was-
you ever see what is it? Is it Lethal Weapon 3?
yeah.
Yes. It's definitely Lethal Weapon 3, where they it's the beginning. They go into that building, and the bomb is in the car,
Yeah.
and then
Which one-
it's 3 because
was it two? Wasn't there 1 and 2
No,
on the
no.
ship,
no,
or was that 1?
what?
Wasn't there a bomb on a ship?
I mean, there's always it's the 80s. There's a bomb
I
everywhere.
feel like that was
but,
the first one.
But this is specifically the one where Riggs and Murtaugh are like, the bomb squad's on the way. Let's go take a look at it anyway. And then they go in there and they're looking in the car, and then they can't decide on which fucking cord to cut. And then fucking Riggs just cuts one. He's like, get the cat, we're running. And then they blow up the building right as the bomb tech shows up. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, they had it. They had it. Almost.
Oh,
No, you're back.
he's back.
Oh, he's home. He was at our aunt, our cousin. Her name is Cassie. We call her Kaka.
Wow.
That's what we.
Just
Wow.
threw that out into the world, did you?
I had to.
It's just the whole.
That's what we call her.
It's on the internet now.
Hasn't
It's
changed. It's already on the internet. It's in the chat at
Oh.
the beginning of the chat.
doubly on the internet.
I wanted to make sure I doubled down on it. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes
Yeah,
you
no,
don't.
Christian thinks I'd make a good bomb tech.
For 30 seconds.
I mean, if Drew pulled it off.
Ooh, ouch. Ouch. Tough crowd. That's hurtful. And that was allegedly.
That means you have chance.
No one has proof of that.
Fair. Are we going to light
It-
these cigars?
It is 110.
So we're right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
110 plus the 15?
No.
Really?
We're at 110 without with the 15. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That-
So 55.
yes.
Decisions. Bad decisions. Bad decisions.
All decisions.
I mean, conveniently doesn't taste like anything.
This is true. so I won't be too disappointed.
Well, it was preemptively disappointed. So, you know, I haven't even cut mine yet.
You
I
already
haven't
had
taken it out of the tube yet.
I just took mine out of the tube too. Did you want to? Were we gonna get a photo of this?
Oh, yeah, we can just get a photo of the tube.
Oh, yeah.
The
Sounds
tube's all
good.
it. The tube is all you need to see.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, I was waiting for you to get back, Lane.
You got some
Because-
news.
There's some news.
Is it good news?
Well, the Dacia Sandero is still not available in the United States, if that's what you're asking. But
Son of a bitch.
sorry.
My first cat.
Still waiting for the Dacia Sandero to be a fucking F1 team, but that's a whole nother story. No,
If I owned an F1 team,
it would be Dacia.
I would.
Yeah, hands down. Hands down. The fucking Dacia Sandero Panda F1 engine. Be the greatest thing they ever made.
it cut easy.
That's good. No,
Mine
there
did
was a
Mine fell
random
apart.
Instagram post a couple of days ago, or no, I think it was on Twitter, of a blacked out script that has now been written, which takes what we think is the script for Spaceballs 2.
You mean Spaceballs 3?
Well, it's Spaceballs 2.
Spaceballs 3.
Well, yeah, but it's going to be Spaceballs 2, but it should be Spaceballs 3.
They're,
which
they're,
is the
they're
search
not
for
going to
Spaceballs
go
2.
with the proper title?
They're not going to go. Actually, it turns out that's actually Rick Moranis' joke.
Is it?
Yeah.
So, the proper title.
It should be the proper title, but
Should
it's
be.
it's just going to be
I just-
Spaceballs 2.
I just want to point this out.
Actually, it should the one that they joked about in the comment section.
Can the camera see that?
Yeah, mine did that too.
Oh, your roll up there.
Little crack on the foot.
Mine
Little
cra-
bat wing.
Yeah.
Mine cracked when I cut it.
Mine did not crack when I cut it, but it was already cracked at the.
Yeah, on the foot. There.
Hey, look, binder.
Yay, binder.
This is a
Real
fantastically
solid.
produced cigar.
Real solid start.
Fucking
But no, the joke
the
was
non-Cuban, the NCAs. Dude,
Spaceballs, the Schwartz Awakens. And I thought that was good. Apparently, it's two of the comedians from the redoing of History of the World
yeah.
because they
Oh.
were super buddy with Mel during the writing of what they wrote,
Okay.
and so apparently they have gained his blessing
To do it.
and gone off of his notes. And one of the comedians turns out also is friends with Rick Moranis because he's been working on the new Honey, I Shrunk the Kids sequel that's supposed to be coming out apparently. So
I mean, it's not Spaceballs without Rick Moranis.
yeah, so you need, but apparently he may make a return again as Dark Helmet.
So I'm not impressed with this already as
You,
well.
you won't be.
There's nothing to be
There's
impressed by.
Literally,
I
nothing.
literally lit it and the crack went down to here.
I don't know why we're doing
Yeah.
a review on it.
because
I don't know if we will be at this point. It's not holding up all that well.
we have to review things, other things that we don't like.
How's yours doing?
Mine's okay.
No
It's-
crack,
it's-
nothing?
Well, it's got the bat.
Mine cracked on the foot.
Yeah.
I pulled it off.
Mine took it all the way up here as soon as I lit it.
Here, you want to put that on camera so people can actually see what you're talking
What are
about?
you talking about?
I would, but they're not going to see it. It's right there.
Where?
It's from here to there.
Where?
Right there.
Right where?
Exactly.
Are you pointing to it?
Yes, I am.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because you
All
can't
right.
see the TV. Nice try. You kept it going for a little bit.
As long as it's on TV.
It is. Well, it's on the internet, which is technically TV now.
Wow. This is the second one of these I've smoked. It's more uneventful than the last one I smoked, which is surprising.
And it doesn't build into anything.
Aren't you glad
No,
you changed
I
it?
don't. I don't know how this is Nicaraguan. I do not. I don't get it.
I have no pepper.
Yeah, there's no. It's supposed to be all Nicaraguan. No pepper, no excitement.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
is
can,
it Nicaraguan seed though?
that doesn't even make sense.
I don't know. At this point, we say Cuban seed. Is it Did the seed come from Nicaragua?
Well, it would still then be Cuban seed, just different generations of Cuban seed.
I wish they could see him throw his hands in the air.
He's just fucking,
You guys.
fucking God, son. Fucking stupid fucking.
Bobby says you need to look at the injustice storyline.
What now?
I don't know what that is, Bobby.
Injustice is that
DC.
superhero thing.
Yeah.
Still not helping me.
Batman.
But it's Superman gets pissed and goes evil.
Murks everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because of the Joker. It's a good story. The story is good. It's just the movie wasn't that great. It was okay, but it wasn't that good.
Weren't they going to do a movie?
They did the animated movie.
Yeah, I know that, but I thought they were going to do a live action.
I highly doubt we'll get a live action with how the DC universe is working, because they don't know how to pump out anything. They don't know how to pump out good movies, and then Disney just pumps out too many shitty ones. So they're both in the same boat. You're like, what the fuck's going on here? How did you guys go from 10 years of somewhat subpar decent movies to this fucking atrocious bullshit now? It's like, fuck. Come on.
You'd think they would have had like a year or two where it got good and then went away.
At this point, just take a break.
I got a buttered popcorn note.
Ooh.
It's a real note.
Wow. How far in are you?
That far.
Buttered popcorn. Eyes.
It's something. I mean, it's pretty bad.
Is buttered popcorn just clarified butter?
Well,
There's a margarine.
yes and no.
I don't know.
I think they're using butter flavored oil in movie theaters.
Is that it? Is it just because it's clear, like when it comes out of the device?
I mean, if it was real butter, it's probably clarified butter.
Okay. See, that's what I was thinking.
I'm not getting the butternut.
I'm not saying you
he
should.
said buttered popcorn. You don't get like kernels?
No.
No?
No.
What do you get?
No, it's there for sure. Well, for me it is. Retro Hail. Nope, still just buttered popcorn. A little bit of tingle on the tongue, but I think that's just because I've been smoking a lot of cigars the last 3 days.
I'm not getting anything on the tongue.
Yeah, I just think I was in here both nights helping out with that group.
Okay.
So I've been smoking more cigars than I normally do.
I get some, like, I don't know, herbal tea note. A little bit.
Really?
Like
Herbal tea.
a little bit. Like a very shitty made herbal tea. Like gas station tea.
Like
That's a thing.
maybe on the
Gas
very
station
back of the
tea.
tongue.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yes. Yeah. It's on the back for sure. Just
Okay.
like cheap gas station tea. You're like, oh.
I mean, I don't know that I've ever had cheap gas station tea. So-
I don't drink tea, but I feel like if we were gonna
Sure
compare
you
it
do.
to tea,
You had tea with Gary.
that was real tea. It was man's tea. And that tea cost like $1,000 a pound. Of course I was gonna
Yes.
drink it.
He's like, it was expensive. I'm going to try it.
I'm bougie as fuck. I'll try it. Sure, why not?
Christian, you heard it.
Christian knows I'm bougie.
No, Christian said you weren't bougie. Then he said maybe a little bougie.
Yeah, no, I'm bougie. He knows. Apparently, having an ice maker makes you bougie. I don't know how that works, but
Listen,
I was like, I don't know.
I have the one that's on the counter. My ice maker and the fridge don't work.
So here's the thing, right? You get puffs where there's absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
And then you get puffs where there's like a hint. You're like, ooh, I might. No, well, maybe. Maybe. Hold on, let me try it again. No, it's gone.
you know, one like binder of Maduro probably would have made this decent.
Probably.
Like if there was like a Maduro binder, boom.
You think that
If
would
it's
help?
a Sonic ice maker, you're bougie.
Oh, the Sonic crushed ice maker.
I want one of those.
I want one of those so bad.
Yep, Christian, that just happened. They're doing that.
Theory in creating Anakin. Oh.
Yeah, no, for sure they are. I just think it's stupid. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
Like the whole. It's the first Star Wars ever that I've had no interest in watching. And I mean, none.
All right, I'm getting the gas station tea.
Oh, he was inceptionized.
Yeah.
It took a minute because I had to concentrate because they're all really faint flavors.
Oh, I thought I smelled burning brain cells.
I got nothing for him right now.
He's like concentrating really hard.
He's really thinking
No.
right there.
Nope.
Got him.
Listen, just because you guys are book smart don't mean nothing.
What?
Exactly.
I haven't used a book in a long time.
You read more books than I do.
I mean, yeah, it's not hard. You don't read any. So
That's not true. I read books.
When?
When I was in the army.
That was like 10 years ago.
Field
bro.
manuals don't count.
Yeah, that's not a book. That's a lifestyle.
No, I read No Easy Day. That's not a field manual.
Okay.
See, look, see? I read books. War books. I like war books.
I didn't know
Men in
they-
Green Faces. I like that one.
I didn't know they had that on the Kindle that you could just read. No Easy Day. That's good.
What's a Kindle?
It's a
I'm fucking with you.
like what the fuck?
What?
What just came out of your mouth?
I don't read. I don't like reading off of phones or anything because
I just didn't know if you'd caught up yet because the train thing was kind of new to you, so I didn't know what part you were at.
listen. I told you what I thought it was. I thought
Dude,
it
you know
was-
what the other thing about this cigar is? It's smoking quick. It's like disappearing.
This it's definitely loose.
Wow.
It's not dense.
Oh, your brother thought he was live. He was watching the delay. Like, not the delay where he left off.
Yeah. Instead of going forward on it.
Yeah, I figured. I was like, oh, he's catching up.
No, I just think the Acolyte's such trash.
I
Hot garbage.
don't even ever plan on
They're,
watching
they're
it.
going to completely eliminate the old audience, and they're going to try and build a new one, and maybe it works and maybe it doesn't. But, okay, forget the part where, like, it was something I liked and now I hate it.
Yeah.
Right? Star Wars was a big part of my childhood, and now I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Forget that part. From a purely practical decision for business, both that and Marvel,
Yeah.
Disney's like, we have all the girls in the world. We need boy brands. Then they buy boy brands, and they turn them into girl brands.
Yes.
So you bought an audience that you then eliminated.
Yeah.
Like, from a business perspective, that seems like a bad idea.
Yeah.
Instead of making something new.
Like, we're going to spend a lot of money to convert the content that we're buying for this group into content for the group that's never leaving us.
Man, that's probably never going to watch it.
Yeah,
don't-
I mean, probably not, but yeah, it's a whole plethora of Disney princesses.
Like, I can find other stuff to watch. I don't care that much. It's disappointing. Like,
Yeah.
it's very disappointing.
So you do care.
No. I mean,
The bigger thing is to care about. Like, why would you take something
Yes.
that you bought specifically for that target group and then completely erase that target group? Like, why'd you buy it? You could have let somebody else buy it.
Could have.
Like, and I mean, who's to say that if someone else didn't buy it, they wouldn't have done the same thing? But
I don't think they know how to make guy stuff, which is why it's getting changed into more girl stuff.
yeah, well, I think they're afraid to offend people.
Yeah.
I think they're going for like, let's try to make everybody happy, and they're making nobody happy.
I am curious on how well that Deadpool's going to work with them at that point.
Oh, I mean, conveniently, most of that is still some of the old writers.
Well, yeah.
But like, even like that was the nice thing about having Fox be where Fox was, is Fox didn't answer to anybody. They're like, fuck it, we can just make whatever we want.
well, on some level with the Fox stuff, they should have just bought Fox and just taken the content, like not interfered with them as a business.
Yeah.
And just served as a distributor for content that they weren't already producing.
Yes.
Because then you keep the variation, you keep the audience. You're like, they did that. All right, so it doesn't really apply. But with wine, Gallo was notorious for years buying big name wineries, like upstanding premium wineries,
Yeah.
and then converting them into Gallo and ruining them. They did
Okay.
it over and over and over again. And then they started buying wineries and hiring on the winemakers to 5-year contracts, very lucrative contracts.
Okay.
And then being hands off, being like, anything you need from us, you can have, but you just keep making your wine.
Yeah.
Because they learned
'cause-
from the first couple
Well,
mistakes.
because they already have, listen, Gallo's the largest producer of wine on the planet
Yes.
most years. Like, Constellation shows up in that discussion sometimes, but pretty much it's Gallo. right? They own the discount wine market. They own it. They don't need to add to it. So if all they're doing is serving as a distributor and a marketing, like a PR house for smaller wineries producing great product, and then just letting them do their thing, and then using the Gallows sales infrastructure to put it in places where it wouldn't be, they've expanded their reach. They own that winery. They're getting their ROI on it. They don't change the wine itself. The wine didn't need anything to begin with. The business needed something. So they add to the business and let the wine be the wine. I don't know why Disney didn't do that with all these brands that they paid billions of dollars for.
Yeah, just
Like,
give them protection, right? Like you're not going to go bankrupt. And
Yeah.
it's like someone says, "Hey, we need $500 million to make a movie," and they were just like, "Here's a check. Do you need anything else?"
yeah, and then hey, we've got these movies that we've already made. We need a marketing plan.
Yeah.
And they go, no problem. We've got that.
Yeah, turns
Right.
out we can do that. We can
Like-
make commercials.
Add to the business. Let the content be the content. I don't know why they didn't use that model.
Because they wanted to
seems
flood
like
their
a-
streaming service.
It seems like, but they can.
Yeah, well, I think they did it to greedily do it.
It just doesn't make any sense. It seems like a bad business decision.
Yeah, the whole thing does.
Is it just because they wanted their name on it then?
No, clearly not, because they bought it
Well-
and then they converted it all into their, the Disney way.
I think what happened was, Netflix was getting so big,
Yeah.
right? Because this was around the time that like streaming was starting to get big. And they were like, we need to make our own streaming service. And then they were like, okay, cool. Then they bought Hulu. And then they bought ESPN. And then it was like, oh, what we could do is if we just buy these other brands, we can exclusively have the rights to them on our own. And I don't think anybody thought about that. They were just like, oh, it's fine. It'll work out. And then now they've just added their own level of like, well, you have to do this and you have to do that on top of it. Instead of being like, what the fuck? Why don't we just do what we did?
Well, and if you count YouTube, which there's arguments whether YouTube should be counted in streaming numbers or not.
Right.
Because it's comfortably the largest streaming platform
Yes.
Yeah.
in existence. If you count YouTube, Disney Plus, and all of their, internal Hulu, whatever, represents something like 1.6% of the total streams.
Yeah.
Roku is 1.4%.
Yeah.
And Roku has no overhead.
No.
Like,
Not at all.
yeah, they're about to be below Tubi.
Yeah, that's rough. That's
Clearly,
super rough.
bad decisions were made.
Yeah. No, I get that. And I don't know how you go back from what they've done without drastically making changes.
That's the only way.
Like
to
you
get
can't
back.
easily come off this and be like, we're gonna put our toe in the water. Like you need to throw it in the deep end and just see what floats back
No,
up.
because if you're talking about Hollywood talent or writing talent, they're going to have to hire a bunch of people they fired. They're going to have to convince them to come back and then convince them that they're going to let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way out of this disaster.
yeah.
And stop using AI.
They're never going to stop you.
No.
Well,
yeah. I mean, that's unfortunately, that's in there.
But until it gets better, we're gonna keep getting the same quality.
What they need to use, listen, there's a way, even with AI as it exists, there's a way to use it. And I think the way to use it, if you're trying to cut down on writing costs, which I understand, like it's still a business, but they're working against unions, which is going to be a problem. You use AI for basic story outlines. Like, this is what we're looking for. It saves on a lot of the development costs. And then you turn it over to talented writers and say, this is sort of the structure we're looking at. This is kind of the direction we want you to go. Like, make something of this.
Yeah, like you could have AI pitch the whatever idea, and then you hand it over to the people who can like put it together.
Dude, this Ben Holiday is really good.
Oh, Ben Holiday.
The Hemingway's not bad either.
Oh, yeah, I'll try that. I'll try that after we've done everything else.
Yeah.
Because the rye will hurt the palate for everything else.
Fair.
Oh yeah.
I had to put mine down because there's not going to be anything left of it.
Yeah. I'm about
I gotta
halfway
chug
through
mine.
already.
But you know what? Also, I noticed too is I think writing, like people are afraid to make new shit.
Well, they're afraid to write now.
Like I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting kind of tired of fucking sequels. Like,
Yeah.
Bad Boys 200, Fast and Furious 9000.
But a lot of that is what people think what studios think movies should cost now. If you're going to dump $150, $200 million into a movie,
it might as well be a sequel and not.
there's
something
got to
new.
be some guarantee of brand.
Yeah, no, I get that. But I want stuff that's different.
Everybody
I think
does.
that's why I like that Dark Matter show, because it's like, it's a familiar concept, but it's different. Like, there's actually like something going on. You're like, oh, okay. Kind of gives me Slider vibes a little bit. Like, Sliders was a good show, and it's kind of got like dark Slider vibes to it. It's kind of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, I haven't seen that.
It's what, Sliders?
Yeah.
You never seen Sliders?
Nope.
Bro, you're missing out.
Is it similar to like Eureka or
It's like quirky for sure.
or is it like more like Black Mirror?
No, it's like definitely more like Eureka. It's super fucking quirky.
All right. How long are we in?
132.
115?
Yep.
If it's gone past 3 movies, so I'm looking at a TV series. No, I agree with that. And the TV content's gotten pretty bad. It's gotten pretty formulaic too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that YouTube is some of those YouTubers are starting to make their own movies now. Like Mark,
Yeah.
What is it? Mark Fishbach, he's starting to make movies.
So I mean, they are, but you know, my problem is like some of these YouTubers are not necessarily professionals. Like, they have good ideas, and
Yeah.
if they had the backing of like serious writers, I think they can make fantastic stories. But when you just hire the YouTube guy to make a multi-million-dollar project, I don't think you're going to get what you really want out of it.
Fair.
Well, you kind of are, because think about that's what indie films were forever. YouTube is the new indie film. That's where you should be scouting your talent.
Yeah, like that should be like where, like the THXs of the world.
Yeah.
Right. Like super small budget. I made it on a shoestring. Please watch it. Like, sure, I'm all for that. Like, you know, if I'm a big studio, I'm like, here's 15 grand. Surprise me. Tarantino that shit.
And so that's how it should go at this point, because we're not going to get anything else good.
They just want to fund the big budget stuff. And you
Yeah.
have to fund every level. If you want a thriving art community, regardless of the art, you have to fund every level.
I just watched an episode of The West Wing.
Oh, the NEA? Yeah.
You always tie everything back to the West
Dude,
Wing.
you have to watch The West Wing because it covers everything that's actually going on. The fact that it still covers things in today's world is pretty amazing.
Is it, or does it just speak to how incompetent our government's become that these are still problems?
Well, maybe there's that too. I mean, the internet security.
For whatever
one.
it's worth.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually more interesting on the West Wing than it is in today's market. At least it's written better.
Yeah.
Dear Aaron Sorkin, please make another TV show.
Please come back.
Yeah, please come back.
We're begging you.
We'll pay you. We'll find the money.
I mean, we're going to have to get some other platforms, right? Like, we're going to have to, or take the minor platforms that are effectively mini studios, like, you know, a YouTube creator's, like, whatever their production is. And we're going to have to, like, start funding small projects.
Like scale it
We're
up.
going to have to start developing those into more, and then convincing the studios that they can also do less, like smaller things
Yeah,
that are also of value.
Yeah, remind them it doesn't have to be a $150 million movie. You can make a movie out of $1 million.
Or less.
Well, if you adjust for inflation, I think $1 million seems pretty light.
Oh, back
Well,
to
dude, how much did Reservoir Dogs cost?
15 grand.
Still one of the best movies ever.
Yeah. No,
Never.
I mean, yeah. But it was 15 grand.
I thought it was 50.
I think it was 15.
It's one of the
I
two.
could double check. We
Either
Or
way,
what was Robert Rodriguez's project that he did for, like, he got an extra 50 and it got him to like 80 grand.
Isn't that from Dust Till Dawn?
No, I don't think it was Dust Till Dawn. I think it was the original. It was with Selma Hayek. But it was the original, was it Desperado?
Desperado.
Or whatever, Desperado.
Oh, the mariachi.
Yeah,
Yeah. Was that 50 grand in pesos?
probably not.
Because isn't the mariachi Desperado is the sequel to mariachi?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mariachi, Desperado, and then it's Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Wrath of Khan is 250 grand.
Yeah, but that one doesn't really count because that's 250 grand in 80s money.
Oh, yeah,
What
okay.
would that equate to now? Like 2.5 mil?
See, that's why I think $1 million seems like a good number if you adjust for inflation. Like, I think that's.
Oh
where
yeah,
it's
but
at.
you can't do a straight adjustment for inflation because a lot of those services go up more than inflation.
Oh, like special effects.
Yeah.
That's yeah, okay.
Like there's escalators in there that inflation doesn't account for.
That's true. And
Especially when you're talking about a large production like that.
a lot of that movie was practical at the time too. Now they would just do it on computer.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe 2 million. Make me a good movie for $2 million. Let's see what happens. Find some actors that are willing to take a pay cut for like charity or
Or
something.
you make new actors. You don't always have to have the
Well,
name.
I mean, like, look, Reservoir Dogs. Like, somebody talked Harvey Keitel into doing that. Like, he's not a cheap actor.
No.
Like, come
But
on.
it used to be that you could sort of like buffer your credibility in Hollywood by going and doing low budget projects that required real acting.
That's true.
Like you had to deliver for that movie to be good.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be good because of special effects. It wasn't going to be good because of production value.
Yeah,
It was going to be the story and the
That's-
delivery of that story that made it good.
like, because that proves who you are as an actor.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to get paid $1 million, but if you can act, you might get an Oscar out of this. Like Good Will Hunting, right? And Robin Williams get an Oscar for supporting actor.
I feel like, I mean, he had to.
Yeah, like he didn't get paid that much because those guys didn't have that much money.
No, in fact, I think that was the biggest budget item for that film.
Yeah, probably.
Like they before they had Robin Williams, they called it like the Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, it's the Harvey Keitel role because they kind of wanted Harvey Keitel.
They set out a bunch of money like for that role specifically because that was what was going to make the film. But it didn't. That was a good film, but
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah, so I remember that.
yeah.
But no, that doesn't happen today, like at all.
But it needs to.
Yeah, it needs to come back.
Like you can't. This is like a lot of businesses suffer from this problem. A lot of people suffer from this problem in their career. The only value they see is the premium product.
Mm-hmm.
The premium product doesn't happen on accident, and it doesn't happen just focusing on the premium product. There's a lot of things that happen before that get you to where you can execute that thing, and we don't do that anymore.
We used to.
We used to do a lot of things.
Listen, fucking newsroom.
Same. We used to.
All right, Kevin, take us out of here. Let's go do some reviews.
Though.
Yeah.
All right.
You can do
Oh wait,
this.
best Doctor Who actor, Casey. It's an important question.
Man. That's not fair, really. Because I always pick Chris Erickson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like David Tennant, but David Tennant would not have gotten that role without Chris Erickson.
okay.
So
Chris Erickson. Chris Erickson was the guy before.
So Chris Erickson.
Yes,
That's the best one.
I think so.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Yeah. For people who don't know Chris Erickson, he was the bad guy from Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember who he was.
Yes, the bad guy from Gone in 60 Seconds is that one. Capaldi? Shh, bandwagon.
All right. If you made it this far, go ahead and give us a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm still doing it, even though we said we weren't going to, because it's said in my.
Are you talking to
outro
us or are
at
you
this
talking
point.
to them?
Everybody.
Who are you talking
It's
to?
to everyone.
Wow.
How about you just say, listen, help us out, do YouTube things.
YouTube stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, do YouTube stuff. Help us out. Click the button.
You already fucking know what to do. Just fucking do it. There.
Fine. This was the Big Ash. You guys have a good one. We'll see you later.